Emperor Shao, Ph.D, Bian, Bang, and the Prince of Chenliu, Xiliang. The two young princes sat upon a broad rock on the slope of a hill north of Luoyang, their hands clasped together. The hand of Zhang Rang, had unfolded from their hands. That night Zhang Rang himself walked into a small stream upon the hill and pressed his face down beneath the water. At that moment, the smell of earth came up from below the hill. After the earth came leather, after leather, oil. After that came the smell of horses. Dongzhuo reined in his horse. Upon the rock before him, two young children were sitting with hands clasped. His turbid eye turned first toward Emperor Shao, Bian, then crossed toward the Prince of Chenliu, Xia. That night, Dongzhuo's Xiliang cavalry seated the two young children upon the rear of their horses. The image of two small children sitting behind the saddles was turned to, each in turn, by the 20,000 cavalry. From no horse did a sound come out. That this single push would open 1 year of a country was something the owner of that hand did not yet know. The footsteps of Xiliang were crossing, today for the first time, into the Han capital of Luoyang. Before that night ended, the palace of Luoyang was no longer the possession of one man. The 11th night of Book 1 deepened quietly before the hand of one sentinel at the southern gate of Luoyang. The three characters Xiliang, Xiliang, the footprint that came from Xiliang, were planted quietly as a seed through the halfway gap of one gate. The seed of blood in the palace courtyard in the middle of the northern plain of Day 10 were gathering, today, into the footstep of a new master at the inside of one capital. History, the records of the three kingdoms, Wei Shu, biography of Dong Zhichen, and the book of the later Han, Su, plainly record that in the 9th month of 189 CE, Dongzhuo, style Zhongshang, then seated as Grand Administrator of Hedong, came up to Luoyang with some 20,000 Xiliang cavalry, met the two young princes who had fled the palace, Emperor Shao, Bian, Bang, and the Prince of Chenliu, Xia, and escorted them into the capital. Commentary. There is a night on which 1 year of a country enters quietly through the halfway gap of one gate. That year, in the autumn of 189 CE, upon one night at the outer gate of the Palatine Palace of Rome's Commodus, it is said that a legion commander of the Western Alpes frontier reached the capital, Rome, by summons. Tomorrow, Dongzhuo began, in the middle of the court, to raise the deposition of Emperor Shao, Bian, and the accession of the Prince of Chenliu, Xia.